Hello everyone. In this video lecture we will discuss about one of the important tool of the matrix, that is Sylvester theorem. So Sylvester theorem is a powerful tool to prove all the trigonometric identities, to obtain all the algebraic relations, to obtain the value of all the types of functions used for the matrix. So we will not go in detail of the Sylvester theorem. So we will directly discuss about the working method, which will be useful for solving the example. So what is the working method? So we will start with a characteristic equation. So here in this particular theorem, we will take characteristic equation as lambda I minus a. So far in the remaining part we have considered characteristic equation as a minus lambda I. Here as per the requirement of this theorem, we will take it as lambda I minus a equal to 0. Now, so this gives characteristic equation. We will find out the eigenvalues. If eigenvalues are distinct, then only Sylvester theorem is applicable. Okay. Now, then we will find out phi dash of lambda, where phi of lambda is determinant of lambda I minus a. Next we find adjoint of the matrix lambda I minus a. Then we will compute the Sylvester coefficient, that is z of lambda, given by adjoint of lambda I minus a upon phi dash of lambda for a given values of lambda, say lambda 1 and lambda 2, using this formula. Then select P of A. P of A is nothing but a polynomial given in the problem, or it is nothing but the quantity which we have to find out in a particular example, will be a P of A, and then we will find out it for lambda 1 and lambda 2. Then the Sylvester theorem is statement is that any polynomial in A can be written in terms of Sylvester coefficient as P of lambda 1 into z of lambda 1 plus P of lambda 2 into z of lambda 2. So these are the major steps to be used in order to get the desired result. So using this we can find out the solutions for any given problem. So let us solve the first example. Right. So using Sylvester theorem, prove that sin square a plus cos square a equal to I. We have a trigonometric identity sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. In case of matrix, it will become sin square a plus cos square a equal to I. So let us see whether it is true in case of matrix or not. So that we can verify using Sylvester theorem, right, where a is equal to 1, 2, minus 1, 4. So as I told you, the first equation is characteristic equation. First step is characteristic equation, which is lambda I minus a. Now how to find lambda I minus a? So from lambda we will subtract diagonal elements. So we have lambda minus 1, lambda minus 4, whereas as here it is written minus a. So before a we have negative sign. So the other elements sign gets changed. It will be minus 2 and minus 1 will become plus 1. Now simplify this. Right, get the polynomial in A. Now solve this. As lambda square is there, so we will get two values, that is 2 and 3. Check whether these two values are distinct or not. So here lambda 1 is 2, lambda 2 is 3. All as eigenvalues are distinct, so Sylvester theorem is applicable. Now next, as it is suggested to find out phi dash of lambda, for this we need phi of lambda. So find out phi of lambda, which is determinant of lambda a minus a. This we can get easily from equation 1. The left hand side is nothing but determinant of lambda I minus a. So we will copy that as it is. So it is lambda square minus 5 lambda plus 6. Differentiate this with respect to lambda. We get 2 lambda minus 5. Call it as equation 2. Next we will find out adjoint of lambda I minus a. This also we can get easily. Elements are here over here in the determinant. Okay. So write this in a matrix, find its adjoint. So we will interchange these two. So we have lambda minus 4, lambda minus 1, and change the sign of remaining one, 2 minus 1, and enclose it in a matrix notation. Okay, call it as equation 3. So z of lambda is adjoint of lambda I minus a upon phi dash of lambda. So make use of 2 and 3. We have this. So this is generalized Sylvester coefficient. Find out this for particular value of lambda. So z of lambda 1 is 2. Put lambda everywhere as 2, right, and simplify it. So taking negative sign inside, so we have 2 minus 2, 1 minus 1. So this is z of lambda 1. Okay, now next we will find out z of lambda 2. So lambda is now 3. Everywhere we will put lambda as 3. So 3 minus 4, 2 minus 1, 3 minus 1. 2 into 3 minus 5. Simplify. Okay. Now, so we have z of lambda 2. Now let p of a. In this example, the polynomial in a is nothing but sin square a plus cos square a. So we will take p of a as sin square a plus cos square a. Find out p of lambda 1. So p of 2, that is sin square 2 plus cos square 2, which is 1. Similarly, p of lambda 2 is p of 3, lambda 2 is 3. So sin square 3 plus cos square 3, which is equal to 1. Now therefore by Sylvester theorem we have p of a equal to p of lambda 1 z of lambda 1 plus p of lambda 2 z of lambda 2. Substitute, make use of equation number 4, 5 and 6. So p of lambda 1 is 1. According to 4 we have z of lambda 1 this plus p of lambda 2 is also 1, and equation 5 is z of lambda 2. Simplify it. So it is 1 into 2, 2 plus 1 into minus 1. So 2 minus 1, 1. Then minus 2 plus 2, 0. Then 1 minus 1, 0. Minus 1 plus 2, 1. Which is nothing but an identity matrix. So therefore sin square a plus cos square a equal to I. Let us take another example, that is using Sylvester theorem. Find a inverse if a is 1, 2, 3, 2. So we'll start with characteristic equation. From lambda subtract diagonal element and change the sign of remaining one. Simplify. Find out the value of lambda, which are the eigenvalues. Both are distinct. Sylvester theorem is applicable. Now phi of lambda is determinant of lambda I minus a. So this is nothing but left hand side of equation 1. Remember, right? The expression in lambda leaving this 0 is nothing but determinant of lambda I minus a. So it is lambda square minus 3 lambda plus 4. Differentiate with respect to lambda. You will get 2 lambda minus 3. Find out adjoint of lambda I minus a. So these are the elements. Find its adjoint and write it in a matrix notation. So interchange these two and change the sign of this one. So we have lambda minus 2, 2, 3, lambda minus 1. Find out Sylvester coefficient. Z of lambda is adjoint of lambda I minus a upon phi dash of lambda. General expression in lambda. Now put the value of lambda 1 by 1. Lambda is 4 everywhere. Right? We get z of lambda 1. Then put lambda as minus 1 in this expression. Okay, everywhere. Simplify. So we have equation 4 and 5. Now let P of A, as it is asked to find out A inverse, so P of A will be A inverse. Find out P of lambda 1, P of 4. So just replace A by 4. So 4 inverse, that is 1 by 4. Minus 1 to the power minus 1 is minus 1. Apply Sylvester theorem. So P of A is P of lambda 1 Z of lambda 1 plus P of lambda 2 into Z of lambda 2. Substitute P of lambda 1 1 by 4 into Z of lambda 1 is 1 by 4 2 2 3 3. See here. Then P of lambda 2 minus 1. Z of lambda 2 is minus 1 by 5 minus 3 2 3 minus 2. Now 1 by 20 here. This becomes plus 1 by 5. Now let us make this also 1 by 20. So we will multiply and divide each element of the matrix by multiply each element of the matrix by 4 and this by 4. So this becomes 1 by 20. This is minus 12, 8, 12 and minus 8. Now 1 by 20 common. 2 minus 12, 2 minus 10. Then 10. 3 plus 12, 15. 3 plus minus 8, minus 5. So now cancel out the terms. So it is 1 by 4 times minus 2, 2, 3, minus 1. This is nothing but the required inverse.